Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first video I've ever done, and basically I just wanted to make a little intro video explaining the motivation and the inspiration behind my channel. So let's get started. So basically, I just have a strong desire to share information with people. I'm constantly on YouTube consuming content that I think is interesting, and I really just have no one to talk to it about. When I try to mention something like that to my friends, I almost seem like I'm that guy at the party that's like, hey, what about this? When everyone at the party is really just trying to have fun and they're not really trying to learn shit, or they don't really care about that. So yeah, just the desire to share and pass along things that I think are really cool and interesting and helpful. Secondly, I'd like to provide some value to people I love and anyone that will listen. The topics I'll cover range from physical to mental health, spirituality, meditation, psychedelics, covering current events in the most unbiased way possible, and just passing along other cool things I'm reading or listening to. Another reason would be personal growth and experience. I think putting myself in this situation is going to force me to learn different things with like audio, video, editing. And I think also I'm going to learn more about myself and, be able to really examine my views on things, challenge them, challenge my preconceptions, and hopefully grow from it as a result. The fourth thing is that it's just going to be fun to build a like-minded community as well. Something where we can all kind of support each other and talk about ideas and, topics that we have a shared interest in. And I think that'll be really fun to build and experiment with. A big reason I think is the lack of information for people my age, like with the mental health stuff, the physical health, the meditation, spirituality, all of that kind of stuff. I don't really see anyone my age, maybe a very small percentage, consuming the same content I consume. And a lot of it is super helpful, just with, psyche, mental health, physical health, training, relationships, philosophy, whatever it might be. So to be able to try to provide that for people my age, I think will be really cool. And hopefully, people around my age will get a lot of use out of it. And then maybe even some adults too will, find my channel interesting. So hopefully we can do that. And lastly, second to last, I want to go over kind of my inspirations for the channel. I think, these people have provided me with so much good information and so much inspiration that I think it would be really short-sighted of me if I didn't mention these people. So they range from anywhere from Tim Ferriss, who is a jack of all trades, just an incredible mind, incredible teacher, to Seth Godin, who is an author and, a really talented entrepreneur, business mind. And I think at one point I heard him on a podcast and he was like, why don't you have a podcast? Why aren't you trying to start a business? What excuse do you have? So that really kind of, lit a switch in me and inspired me. Then to other people like Aubrey Marcus, who's a very spiritual guy. He can get into topics like love and, bad topics like death and, bad relationships and stuff like that. One of his mentees, Eric Godsey, kind of the same thing, this philosophy, mental health kind of perspective. Ryan Holiday is a huge inspiration. He's a great author and just thinker. He's a big proponent of Stoic philosophy, and he's kind of like a modern day philosopher in a way. To health people like Max Lugavere, who's an author. Basically all these people are authors. To Ben Greenfield, who are just, constantly experimenting, doing research, studying the latest things on health, all of that stuff. To psychonauts like Duncan Trussell, who's a comedian, who's just an incredible soul, has an infectious laugh, and is a podcaster. To Russell Brand, who's just a very interesting thinker, very entertaining thinker. To going back to the health, Peter Attia is a doctor. He's a big inspiration to intellectuals like Eric Weinstein and Sam Harris. He talks a lot about meditation and actually has his own meditation app. And then lastly, I think I would be naive if I didn't mention one of the GOATs, Joe Rogan, who, I'm obsessed with his podcast, and, he's really paved the way in the audio world. So all of those guys, huge inspirations in why I'm going to do this. Lastly, life's too short, and you got to go for shit. So I would hate 20 years down the road to think back and be like, damn, I should have started that YouTube channel. Or, that applies to anything in life. Just, you don't want to have any regrets. And this would definitely be a big regret of mine if I didn't start this. So just got to go for it. Just got to send it, as that meme would say. So yeah, I hope, you stick around. I hope you subscribe, like my content, and hopefully I can provide some good value to you. So excited to start this journey.